name is Matthew. You are in the moment, 9 o'clock on the dot, I believe. Just looking at my computer. 28th day of May. It's a Wednesday. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous day here in Halifax. The second day of 3 days, I believe, according to Environment Canada, where the weather is going to be stellar. 26 degrees today. It's already like 17, 18 degrees. It's early. I work later. A few things here on the whiteboard that I've jotted down. I wanted to do what I'm doing right now. I think it was Monday night after the Oilers won Game 3, winning Game 4. We'll talk about that. So I've wanted to do this show for a couple of days. So here I am. Fantastic dollar store purchase at Scotia Square. Now they say dollar store. I think this was like $4.50. Largest coffee mug I've ever had. So let's start off the show there. If you want to just take a picture of your favorite coffee mug. I know that's going to be backwards, but well worth the $4.50. Okay, keeping with this, no word of a lie. This has actually happened. This actually happened just a few moments ago. And I want to start off talking about hockey, but much more than just the game. Super thrilled. Yes, I'm on the Edmonton Oilers bandwagon. It stopped by here a few weeks ago. I hopped on. I said it a few weeks ago in one of the shows. You can see that I haven't even gone out on a limb. I firmly believe that there is no one going to stop the Edmonton Oilers from hosting the parade and hoisting the cup. I don't want to get ahead of myself. I know there's a lot of Oilers fans who may think I'm jinxing them, but you just have to watch the team. They won last night, final score 4-1, a couple of empty netters, but they are dominating the Dallas Stars. They're up 3-1, looking to close out that series tomorrow back in Dallas. 3-1 series with Florida and Carolina. Carolina, pulling off that Game 4 win. It's 3-1. Florida has an opportunity to close out that Eastern Conference final tonight, I believe. So it's looking like it's going to be a repeat of last year's Stanley Cup final. If you play the odds, if you're a gambler, what are the better odds? The Edmonton Oilers only needing to win one of the next three, or Dallas winning 3 straight? Same scenario with Florida and Carolina. What are the odds of Carolina winning the next 3 in a row, where Florida only has to win 1 of 3? Interesting to see. But I was listening to the game the other night, and again, this is so much more than just hockey. I grew up, I was born in 73, so, the early 80s. I am listening to baseball games through satellite radio. And at the time, I didn't know what satellite radio was. It's obviously where one program is basically sold, distributed to other stations, so you can listen to, you're getting a feed or something produced from another station and you're listening to it locally. So I remember growing up listening to baseball games. I remember growing up listening to the Red Sox games, the local radio station or the station in Holton picking up that game and bringing it in. So this is where I want you to date yourself, but who out there remembers listening to the King Biscuit Flower Hour? I don't know if it was like on a weekend. I want to say it was like a Saturday night program. I'm not even sure the year. I'm sure I could Google it, but who remembers in this moment listening to the King Biscuit Flower Hour? It was like 60 minutes of live shows. They just took this show on the road, and it was live performances from just kick-ass bands back in the day. Who remembers the King Biscuit Flower Hour? If you're just scrolling through, my name is Matthew. You are in the moment. Carolyn, how are you? Good morning. Going back to hockey, and again, this is just so much more than hockey. There's just so much going on in North America, so much going on south of the border, so much going on here. It just seems like no matter who is in power, that there's always going to be a population of people who are just truly dissatisfied. But I don't see that, and I don't hear that when I watch the Edmonton Oilers play in Edmonton. And the other end, again, going back to being at work, listening to the game on a TikTok feed or YouTube feed, but always listening to the crowd sing "O Canada" in Edmonton, Alberta. I can't stress the province that this is happening in, which is just so ironic. Because apparently there's a lot of people there who want to vacate the premises. But you would never know. I don't think you would be able to find those people in this throng of people, thousands of Canadians singing proudly, loudly, "O Canada." When I heard that the other night, it gave me goosebumps. I'm sure everyone there had goosebumps. I know the announcers had goosebumps. So the game last night, what did I do? I knew that I was going to be in for this epic performance from proud Canadians in the province of Alberta, right now cheering on Canada's team, hoping to bring home Lord Stanley's Cup. So I recorded the crowd singing "O Canada" last night during the game on my phone, and that's what I was listening to this morning in the kitchen about 45 minutes ago. Drinking this, out of this, listening to proud Canadians sing "O Canada," and it's just awesome, amazing. Thank you to everyone at the game, to the Albertans, to the Canadians, whatever color you're with. Let's pull together. There's some serious shit going on, so let's pull together as a country. And I want to thank Albertans, Canadians for spearheading this drive to the Stanley Cup. If you haven't seen it yet, if you're, I don't know if Edmonton's going to close it out in Dallas, but I can guarantee you that the Oilers are moving on to the Stanley Cup final. And if you get the opportunity to see the game on television or hear the game on the radio, please do, and record it. Because right now, like I did 45 minutes ago, I listened to that crowd sing the national anthem in my kitchen. And I'm a proud Canadian. I have always been a proud Canadian. So, just amazing stuff. Okay. Keeping with radio, I haven't done a truth from the booth for like the last 3 weeks, but I've put it out there. I've reached out to so many people, emails. I think what I'm going to do again today is the folks that are in my messenger, I'll just reach out to them again. I have all the time in the world. James, good morning. How are you? With my work schedule, I really don't have to be to work until like 2:30 in the afternoon. So I have all day to be here and talk with people, do the recorded phone conversations, and get those shows up. And right now, I'm looking for individuals who are unhoused. And there's many. I'll be putting posters up later today. And I want to talk about, and long COVID. So those are the two avenues of talk radio that I will continue to pursue. The unhoused, the housing crisis, talking with the unhoused, people who are living rough, as they like to say, advocates, social workers, from all walks of life. You have a story to tell, and I want to provide a platform for you to do so, and you can do that, truth from the booth and in the moment here. So long COVID stories and unhoused, those are the two avenues. So I'm in my studio, my apartment here on Barrington. You can hear the truck traffic as vehicles, heavy truck going southbound into the city. That starts about 6 o'clock in the morning, goes all day. I just want to quickly, just a few things here on the whiteboard, moving along. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. On Saturday, the weather hasn't been the best here, which is why people are so excited about the weather here now. We've just had May. I would give the month of May just for weather. And I know I'm being like nitpicky, but for someone, if you like to be outside and do things and have, get your springtime chores, your schedule may be a little offset. But I would probably give the month of May maybe a C-. Certainly not an A or a B. Your thoughts on the weather? Maybe it doesn't matter to you. Maybe you're just glad that you are, upright today, or that you're breathing today. Maybe that's all you need to be grateful for, and that's totally fine. So Saturday, I knew the weather was going to be not that great just this past Sunday. So Saturday, I went for a walk, walked into the city. And within moments, I found myself down around the ferry terminal. That's kind of like my point of origin. I like to get my coffee, my Timbits, and maybe do the waterfront, and then maybe go out from there. Inside the ferry terminal, don't know why I'm hollering here. Inside the ferry terminal, I found a transfer, just a paper transfer on the floor. Every day has a particular color. This happened to be yellow. No one around. So I picked it up and I looked at it, and this particular transfer still had like an hour and a half. This transfer that someone dropped. It's on camera, I'm sure. It's like $3. So I picked up this transfer, still had an hour and a half left on it. The weather wasn't that great. It was sprinkling, so I thought, I'm just going to go ride on the bus. So hopped on my favorite bus. I hopped on the number 29 bus in the city that was going to the terminal station, Halifax Shopping Center. Now, it's what I saw there that was disturbing. And this, if you drive the city a lot, we don't have a vehicle. If I am getting around in the peninsula, if I'm not walking or any further outside the peninsula, I'm probably on public transit. But if you drive daily, you see every day what I saw just in that moment. It's on the corner of Windsor and Lady Hammond, right there where the Q104 building is, right there at that intersection, major intersection. I'm on the bus and I see an individual, a male individual, I would say maybe he's late 50s, early 60s, got his cup out, panhandling, and he's at the red light. So when the vehicles are at this lengthy red light, looking to make a left, he can just kind of walk down in between vehicles along the median with his cup out. Hopefully someone gives him, some change. What I witnessed in this particular instance, and I don't know how long this gentleman had been out there. I don't know if he just got there, if he had been there for hours. I just know it was a very unsafe for this individual to be. I could see that he was visibly, to me, and physically upset that he didn't get any change, because he was shaking his cup almost in disbelief that he had just walked by maybe 20, 25 vehicles at this lengthy red light, and maybe no one rolled their window down. But I could tell that he was upset. And how could you not? But it gets worse. It gets worse. So we now have, this is just what I'm observing at the red light that we are at while we're on the bus. We get a green light, we make the left, we're now on Windsor, and there's an elderly lady who I'm going to say is late 60s, early 70s, who was on an even tinier median, and a median is just maybe a 3-foot wide concrete that separates traffic. This elderly lady is on this median with her walker. I don't know how she got there, because it is one of the most unsafe areas to be. She had to have been there like early morning when there's no traffic. I don't know how anyone could allow this. Who would stop their vehicle? That's what I want to know. Who would stop? How many people stopped their vehicle so that this lady could get up on this perch to beg for assistance with just getting by in life in one of the most dangerous sections of Windsor and Lady Hammond Road? That's just what I saw in like 15 seconds at a red light on a bus. The journey continues. So we're now a few stops away from Mark McLean. How are you? We're now a few stops away from the Halifax Shopping Center. And the showers are on and off. It's overcast. Like I said, C- at best, the weather here in May. So what do I see? I now see 2 tents next to a church on the corner of Bears Road and Connaught Avenue. So again, I say a couple of things. Just because you designate a piece of land doesn't mean people are going to go there, and people are going to go where it's safe. That's the second thing. People are going to go where it's safe. So it doesn't matter this summer if you have to, designate more areas for people to go camp or tent, live rough, whatever you want to call it. It's a living hell. It's a living hell. So we'll see how the summer plays out. We have a mayor here who can't even get scaffolding down on a business in the city. So I have no faith. You know, Fillmore ran on the campaign that he was going to end encampments. That's not happening. Anyway, I just want you to know, just in a brief bus ride through the HRM, I can tell you that there are people out on the street who simply should not be out on the street. There's a lady who sits outside Tim Hortons. She literally she comes into the city, she comes into from wherever she's at, in a handy dart, gets dropped off, sits outside the Tim Hortons near the ferry terminal for 8 hours. And the handy dart will pick her up 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And her sole purpose is to come into the city and sit outside this establishment so that A, people are going to give her change, B, people are going to go in, buy her something that she wants, and she's going to take it home for future meals. That is where we are. Don't kid yourself. Like, we should have less food banks and more responsible executives at big corporations and just lower the price of food. The upper management, you're the ones that need to start eating the cost and pass it on. NB Power, Nova Scotia Power, people's privacy has been breached and they're trying to put it back on the customer. It's just absolute insanity. When you look at the payroll, just look at the payroll. It's just not fair. Not fair. I want to tell you about an organization who is helping to make things fair, and that's the Miramichi Housing Solutions Incorporated in Miramichi. Just a shout out to Patty Quinn, the deputy mayor, and to everyone at the Out of the Cold shelter. I'm going to share their success with you. Patty, him and I have been messaging back and forth, and he's sent me some great information on what they've done in that community in the last year. And I will put that information up in the comments on this show. So I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Patty and all the tremendous work that has been done. I had some notes about that, but I'll let you read through it. But there is what they're doing. It's a great model. What it needs is consistent community cohesiveness. Wow. 3C, love that. Okay, just a few more things as we edge past 9 o'clock here on the 28th day of May 2025. My name is Matthew. You are in the moment. Yeah, off to work later today. Gonna do some chores. This is what I like about my work. I'm doing some laundry. I can sweep the floor. I got a food delivery coming in here. That's another thing. How many people use some type of delivery service to make food orders? I can't remember the last time I was in a grocery store. Here's a couple of people who haven't been in a grocery store in multiple decades. I know, horrible segue. The Menendez brothers, and I've talked about this before, and I'm curious on your thoughts. We now know, you don't have to do any investigative research, it's out there. We know that Eric and Lyle Menendez have both been resentenced. There is another hearing in August. And I said this in a show a few weeks ago, because of what has happened, the family, the Menendez brothers family, have universally, unconditionally forgiven those two men. It's time for everyone to move on. I've said it here a few weeks ago. I firmly believe with a hearing in August, definitely by fall, end of the year, no doubt, Lyle and Eric Menendez will both be free men back into the arms of their family and their great-grandmother, great-grandmother. One of the eldest in the Menendez family cannot wait to hug those two individuals. So be looking forward to following that case. Just a couple more things here, and these are kind of on the lighter side. A couple weeks ago, I had a doctor's appointment and we were talking about different languages. And for me, I just know English. I stopped taking French when I went into grade 10. It was when we had our electives, you could take whatever you wanted. Well, I didn't want to take French anymore. No offense. I wish I would have. Wish I would have taken French. I wish I did know a second language. But we were talking about learning sign language. And I haven't talked about sign language in forever. And I know people, they believe the devices are listening. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw an ad for sign language later on today. But what really happened, this was an early morning appointment. I had work later on before work. No word of a lie. So I'm talking with my doctor about sign language, a topic I haven't talked about in months. Just a random, just out of the blue, talking about this. We had this conversation. 2 hours later, I'm at the waterfront getting ready to go to work, and what do I see? I see two people using sign language. Can't even make this up. You put it into the universe and it will manifest itself in some way. Made me chuckle. It was really beautiful to see. One final thing. I'm gonna put the question out there. I'll give you my story, and then I would love to have your response. What is the worst thing? It doesn't have to be like, tragic or anything. Make it funny, make it light. It's Wednesday morning, for Pete's sake. What's the worst thing that's happened to you while you dozed off? Truck traffic going into the city. What's the worst thing that has ever happened to you while you had a quick nap or you dozed off and waking up and not quite remembering how long you've been dozing off for? For me, this goes back a few years, maybe late 90s, beautiful summer afternoon. And I had hung some clothes, some clean clothes out on the clothesline. Yes, back in the day when people used clotheslines. And I dozed off on the couch for like 45 minutes. And when I came back, someone had come I didn't have a fenced backyard, but someone had made their way onto my property and stole a bunch of my clothes. And one of the items, and the one that I was really chapped about, was a brand new, authentic, tour bought concert at Sky Dome, thank you very much, t-shirt that someone stole. So for me, and that's going back a few years, that's the worst thing that has happened to me while I dozed off. So I'd love to hear from you, and I'll leave you with this story. And you can Google this. The story's a few days old, but there was the second in command of this Norwegian cargo ship dozed off, and the ship ran aground, narrowly missing this house on the coast. You have to Google Norwegian cargo ship and just look at how close this ship came to demolishing this individual's home. And I want to say, I thought I heard at one time that he was sleeping when it happened, and this actually woke him up. I don't know about that, but again, he dozed off, ran a 11,000 ton cargo ship aground, and someone stole my KISS t-shirt. So what's the worst thing that's happened to you when you dozed off? Okay, I just wanted to come in here and have some fun, but I was just wanting to go back to the very beginning of the show. This right here, there is no other nation that I would rather live. And again, I want to thank every single Albertan, and I don't care where you're from, if you are a part of that beautiful chorus of our national anthem, fantastic. I don't know what it's going to be like tomorrow night. The game is in Dallas, but if you're a Canadian and you're there, please sing your heart out. I know I am cheering for Edmonton. There's nothing more. That I want to see Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl and the rest of that team. Corey Perry's just so decorated. Let's bring the cup home. Edmonton, you are certainly a fun team to watch. Okay, I got some chores to do. Off to work. Enjoy this 25, 26 degree day here in Halifax. Going to be the same carbon copy tomorrow. So get outside today. Enjoy the sunshine today. Enjoy tomorrow, because unfortunately, overcast conditions are not too far off in the distance. Thank you for the live views. If you're watching this at your leisure, thanks for getting caught up. Enjoy your day, 20th day of May. My name is Matthew, and you are currently caught up in the moment.